between the Appleton East Patriots and the Neenah Rockets. It's huge. The winner of this game moves on to the Final Four, the Division I state tournament at the Resch Center. And we are proud to bring you this, again, another great USA Today Network Wisconsin digital live stream. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Ricardo Arguello, hanging out as always with Brett Christopherson, and bringing you those high-definition shots is Jim Rosandick. We also have Lance LeCue helping us out, USA Today Network staffer, helping with that center camera. And Brett, we're expecting a big one tonight. I don't know how it can get any bigger when it's a step away from the state tournament. Both these teams come in, rivals in the Fox Valley Association. Neenah coming off the huge win over Hortonville, and then Appleton East coming off the big win over Superior. This is a big one, Brett, because both these teams harbor dreams, goals of holding that championship trophy at the Resch Center.
Certainly two teams capable of doing it too, Ricardo. They get to the state tournament. Each one of them has the talent and the ability to hold up that gold ball. This is it, one step away from the Resch Center. Hard to believe it's that time of year, but you're right, two rivals, and not only that, but two rivals that split during the regular season, right? To Appleton East winning the first game, and then really just a few games later, Neenah coming back, Isabel having a big game in that one, and the Rockets and Patriots splitting the regular season. So I'm kind of expecting a little bit more of the same here in round 3. I think it's going to be a good battle, and I think it's going to be a game that is probably going to be very similar to our live stream on Thursday when we saw Neenah take down Hortonville, the top-ranked Polar Bears, 65-60 over at Kimberly. That was back and forth and tight throughout. I think that's what you get, right, when you have familiar foes like this. There are no secrets. I don't think there's any real tinkering or adjustments. Here's my team. Joe LaChapelle says for his Patriots. Andy Brunell saying the same thing for Neenah. And, boy, you're going to have talent up and down the floor. You look at Appleton East. They've kind of been built for this run. And then Isabel, the state's leading scorer on the other side. So a lot of showcase talent here in what is really one of the top games of the state this afternoon.
Yeah, sorry, Brett. A lot of sectional finals going on this afternoon. We have a few maybe later in the day as well, but big game again between Appleton East and Neenah. We're expecting another good one here. Well, we'll read some notes put together again as always by Brett Christopherson. I'll start with Appleton East. He'll follow with Neenah. Appleton East comes in with a 23-4 record. They're winners of 4 straight and 10 of their last 11, ranked number 5 in the final Associated Press state poll and number 3 in the final WISports.net state coaches poll. And they're coming up again, that big 67-33 victory over Superior on Thursday in a WIAA Division I sectional semifinal at Eau Claire. That game was really never in doubt. Lily Hansford paced Appleton East with 19 points, while Sammy Beyer added 14 points. Lindsey Gerard, she chipped in with 9. Hansford and Beyer both scored 8 points in the first half as the Patriots, who hit 14 threes, built a 15-point halftime lead over the Spartans in that win. And on the season, Marquette recruit Emily LaChapelle, she leads the team in scoring at 20.5 points per game. Hansford, she's an Oregon State recruit, is next at an even 13 points, and Beyer third at 12.5. Hansford, also Appleton East's leader in threes with 81. Beyer has 65 triples, and LaChapelle has knocked down 34 from beyond the arc. And as a team, the Patriots are shooting 46% overall and 36% from three-point range heading into Thursday's action. Opponents were shooting 37% overall and 28% from beyond the arc. Appleton East also out-rebounding its opponents 29.5 to 20 per game and averaging 15.9 assists and 9.5 steals. And overall, the Patriots are averaging 70.4 points per game and allowing 46.7. Now, if the Patriots win, they'll advance to Friday's Division I state semifinal at the Resch Center in Schwabenau. The first semifinal game scheduled to tip off at 6:35. That number 1 seed taking on the number 4 seed. That'll be followed by the other Division I state semifinal between the number 2 and the number 3 seeds. The Division I state championship game will be played next Saturday night. Brett,
that time of year, Ricardo.
It is. What can you tell me about the Neenah Rockets?
I tell you what, doesn't get any better than state basketball, March Madness, and Shamrock Shakes. There you go.
There you go. All connected, Brett.
It's all connected. Neenah 22-5 entering this game. The Rockets winners of 10 straight and ranked number 10 in Division I in the final Associated Press and WISports.net state coaches polls. And as we said earlier, coming off that 65-60 upset victory over top-ranked Hortonville on Thursday. That was a WIAA Division I sectional semifinal at Kimberly. Isabel led Neenah with 30 points. She also knocked down 3 threes and finished with 7 rebounds and 5 steals. Zabel was also clutch from the free throw line as she knocked down 15 of her 20 attempts from the stripe. Amaya Jones had a big game as well with 12 points and 7 rebounds, while Shelby Roth finished with 10 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals. On the season, Zabel, just a sophomore by the way, is averaging 30.5 points per game to lead the team and stayed in scoring. She's shooting 56% overall, 48% from distance, where she has knocked down 103 threes. Cook is next. Ava Cook is next at 11.1 points. She's shooting 38% overall, and her 53s are second on the team. Paige Werner is third at 8.2 points. Her 36 threes are third on the team. Amaya Jones and Zabel lead the way in rebounding at 8.5 and 7.9 per game, respectively. Zabel is also averaging an even 3 assists per game to pace Neenah in that category. Cook is next at 2.9 per game. As a team, the Rockets are shooting 43% overall and 39% from three-point range. Opponents are shooting 44% overall and 40% from beyond the arc. Neenah is also out-rebounding its opponents 32.6 to 21 per game and averaging 14.7 assists and 10.5 steals. Overall, the Rockets are averaging 69.9 points per game and allowing 53.3. And as Ricardo said, winner of this one heads to the Resch Center. We're not going to know the opponents, right, because they have to seed the state tournament, Ricardo, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. Just updating my Facebook, by the way. There's a lot of folks will be watching this one, Brett. You're talking about 2 top 10 ranked teams.
Well, and then coming off what happened Thursday night, there was a little...
There'll be a lot of interest, obviously, with the hot team with Zabel. Appleton East, pretty consistent most of the season. And, again, I think the season split says a lot, Brett, about how close these 2 teams are in overall talent.
You're looking at who else is playing tonight or today. You have Germantown, the defending state champs, KK Arnold, probably the leading candidate for Miss Basketball, I would think, taking on a very good De Pere team that has one of your Fab 5 players, and Jordan Melmans, the Butler recruit. That's going to be at 2:30 at Sheboygan North. And then 2 games actually going on at the same time as this one. Brookfield East taking on Arrowhead at Sun Prairie, 1 o'clock tip. Kettle Moraine and Oak Creek at Waukesha South. So that's your Elite 8, Ricardo, as we get ready for the Final Four here in Divisions 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Boy, great atmosphere here, and credit to Craig Leader and his crew, the athletic director here at Oshkosh North. They do a good job hosting these big events, and this is the facility to do it. So thanks to Craig and his crew for making sure we're good to go. We'll get the starting lineups here in a moment, but first the national anthem.
We are minutes away from the start of tonight's WIAA Division I sectional, almost it's semifinal, Brett. It's sectional final. And, Brett, you want to know the last time I think I covered one of these? It's been a while.
Yeah, usually you're not here.
Yeah, usually I'm covering team state wrestling or something like that. So appreciate my friend Mike Sherry and my boss for handling the state wrestling to allow me to free me up to be down here, as well as Dan Cohn, Brett. Also another post-Crescent staffer who's doing boys hockey.
I'm sorry, Ricardo. I was just thinking last year at this time, it was actually me and Neenah coach Andy Brownell on the call for the Kimberly Germantown sectional final. I'm guessing he's a little bit more happier to be on the bench today than hanging out with me.
Just a little bit.
Hey, before we get the starters, it looks like they're going to announce the non-starters
Yep.
for both squads. I want to just give a quick shout-out to our playoff sponsor, Unison Credit Union. Unison proudly provides the people and businesses of Northeast Wisconsin with exceptional banking services and trusted financial guidance delivered by friendly experts. Personal checking and personal savings, investments, loans, business checking and business savings. Unison Credit Union, empowering you.
Starting lineup for Neenah. Allie Zabel, 6-foot guard, sophomore. Shelby Roth, 5'10", junior guard. Ava Cook, 5'5", junior guard. Paige Warner, 6'1", senior forward. And Amaya Jones, 6'1", sophomore forward post player.
Love the crowd. I mean, this place is full.
Yeah, and Brett, I think they had to we're up in the balcony here, and they actually had to open up another side. They actually had to open up another side here, Brett, to allow a little bit of the overflow so they can watch the game.
I didn't know that. I just see that now, yeah.
They might have underestimated how many folks are going to come out for this one, BC. We see the starting lineup for Appleton East. Lily Hansford, senior wing. Sammy Byer, junior guard. Emily LaChapelle, senior guard. Josie Neubauer, senior forward, and Logan Lowry, senior forward. Those are your starting lineups for both Neenah and Appleton East. Brett, we are hoping for a big one, an exciting one, just like we had in that sectional semifinal.
Let's just hope all the chatter after this one is centered on the action on the floor, right? Because that's what we want. We don't want any of that craziness going on that we saw Thursday night. Both teams, as I said, split their regular season meetings. Appleton East won the first matchup, a 63-42 victory on December 20th at Appleton East. Neenah then returned the favor less than a month later, topping Appleton East 92-74 on January 14th at Neenah's Ron Einerson Fieldhouse. We are underway, and Ricardo, the Patriots have it. Oh, right away. Leaving Hansford wide open on that triple. I don't think you want to do that,
No.
right?
Zabel coming off that 30-point performance against Hortonville.
And did a good job of playing with fouls. She was in foul trouble all game long. Picked up her third right away in the second half, and then was able to really do a lot of damage at the free throw line as well. I think 15 of her 30 points were scored from the stripe on Thursday night. There's Zabel right there from the wing. Can't make it. If you're wondering why the clock's a little funky, it's a strange setup here at Oshkosh North. We actually have to go. We're up in the balcony as Ricardo said. As Byer lets one fly, no good. Amaya Jones, nope.
Well, Brett, it looks like one of those Salvador Dali paintings where there's a little bit of melting going on at a weird angle.
We can't get the other scoreboard because it's blocked by the stanchions from the basket. So we got that one's blocked.
Yeah,
so.
LaChapelle with the quick hands, Brett, to block that shot.
Got to go with that scoreboard underneath us, but at least you can still see the clock. So hopefully that isn't too bothersome for everybody watching tonight, or this afternoon, I should say. And there's a steal. The Rockets have it. So kind of back and forth. Who's going to strike first? And we got our first foul.
Just underway here at Oshkosh North. Sectional final. Winner moves on to state. Neenah, Appleton East, Fox Valley Association rivals that split during the regular season. Or I should say Zabel with a three. Comes up short.
Again, good looks. And I think that's going to go with Neenah. You're going to take those every single time.
Right. People still filing into today's game. LaChapelle. Byer from 3.
Well, you could just hear the crowd anticipating, waiting for that first basket.
Yeah, I think both teams have a combined 0 for 4, Brett, so far on shots.
Zabel working off that screen. Little
shot
for
5, make it.
Shelby Roth with a miss. Here comes a quick transition, though. Nice job by the Rockets to get down defensively, and there it is. Byer with the first bucket of the game. Got to think there's some jitters right here to start this game. Biggest game of the season, obviously, for both squads. Neenah's last state tournament appearance came back in 2009. Andy Brownell coaching that team as well.
That was at the Alliant, Brett. I was covering them down there. Ooh, almost a turnover. Zabel.
Rims out. She can knock one of those down sooner or later. And we're going to get a double dribble.
A bit of a, what do you call it, disjointed start to this game, Brett.
Yeah, but good looks, though. I mean, you're going to take those for Allie Zabel every single time. Last state tournament trip, by the way, just looking on the game notes for Appleton East, it's been even longer, 1998 for the Patriots.
Now, I had to say that should be a little asterisk, Brett.
Yeah?
Because Marissa Mikulkevich and those girls made it to that super sectional, which
Super
is
Tuesday?
Essentially a state quarterfinal game. And they were kind of robbed of that state experience.
So you're disputing the WIAA record books, huh? There's Emily LaChapelle, the Marquette recruit, buries it. And East now with a 4-0 edge. Standing room only here, Ricardo, at Oshkosh North.
They might have to open up the second stands over
They
here.
can't. We're in the way.
Oh, I hope that's the case.
I think we'll be crushed like in that trash compactor scene in Star Wars. Trying to work it to Amaya Jones, but good defense looking into the paint. Zabel, I thought she was going to let it fly. Good defense by Appleton East. There's Jones, and we're going to get another foul. That's going to go against Josie Neubauer. Second team foul for Appleton East. No fouls yet for
Brett,
the Rockets.
Yeah, Brett, last week, or I should say last Thursday, Neenah really did a good job of trying to get Amaya Jones involved in the paint. The offense functions much better that way as Zabel can't get that one to drop.
Yeah.
Third rebound for LaChapelle.
Boy, if you're Andy Brownell, though, you're going to take those shots every single time. Sooner or later, she's going to get hot and knock them down.
Brett, we have as many turnovers as points in the game.
Boy, good defense, a good battle, I should say, between Byer and Zabel, as now Jones has it and knocked away. I think a little miscommunication there looking for Shelby Roth, but Appleton East defender in the way to intercept that pass. Emily LaChapelle now working the offense. 4-0 as the lead for the Patriots as we look at our Unison Credit Union scoreboard. There's a good battle, too, between Jones and Neubauer, and caused a double dribble. And you can see, look at Andy Brownell. He's playing defense, too, with them.
6 turnovers combined, both teams with 3 each.
Appleton East, by the way, excellent three-point shooting team. They enter today's action among the best in the state in three-pointers made with 260. Zabel, again, using that screen and just a little off right now.
Yeah, she's 0 for 4 in shooting. Kind of smiling a little bit on that air ball. You're not going to see that too many times from Zabel. 13:32 left in the first half. 4-0 lead for Appleton East.
You can see Emily LaChapelle looking to her father, Joe, the head coach here. How about the Appleton East boys, too? What both sides. Fantastic seasons, boys and girls. Expecting both Neenah and Appleton East to make runs on the boys' side as well. Look at LaChapelle clearing a little space, right? A little jab step.
I love that move.
And then a little step back, pull-up jumper, 6-0 with the lead. LaChapelle, Ricardo with 4 of those points. And there's Zabel attacking the rim, nothing.
Gets her own rebound,
She
though.
does, and still can't get it to
can't
fall.
Get anything to
Zabel
fall.
working hard, and we finally get a foul. How many rebounds did Zabel have
3
in that sequence? So that will go against Sammy Byer, and this could be a situation for Zabel, Ricardo, get to the line and knock down a couple, and that's kind of what she does. Starts feeling good about things and gets in the scorer's book. First point of the afternoon for the Rockets. Again, averaging 30.5 points per game to lead the state. A lot of college offers. We'll run down those again. One of the top-rated sophomores in the entire country. And Zabel already the program's career-leading scorer. There's a good look for Byer. Can't knock it down.
Stays with Appleton East, however.
A lot of three-point attempts so far this afternoon, but nobody has yet to make a bucket. Appreciate everybody watching tonight, or today. So used to being evening, Ricardo. Postcrescent.com, Green Bay Press Gazette, Oshkosh Northwestern, the Fond du Lac Reporter, all of the Facebook pages and our YouTube channel. Give that subscribe, would you please? USA Today Network, Wisconsin. We're going to be back at it next week for boys sectionals. And look at that, Hansford with a big triple. The lefty.
Well, we've covered East several times, Brett. We all think that Hansford, when she's on, they're tough to beat.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that she's the barometer for East, but if she's stroking the three-pointers, oh boy, they are indefensible in some ways.
And she had no hesitation there, though. Yeah. Just letting it fly from the corner. Of course, Hansford, an Oregon State recruit. I know Sammy Byer, she's got a couple of offers as well. Eastern Illinois and just lately Loyola University of Maryland. So some of those offers start to build for Sammy Byer. Zabel working, doesn't hesitate, can't get it to fall. Again, all very good looks for her. Ooh, a little step back three for La Chapelle.
Again, another good look. She does a good job of creating that for herself. Roth being guarded by Hansford. And now we have a foul on East, or Neenah, I'm sorry. Offensive foul.
First foul of the afternoon for the Rockets.
So Claire Rettler checking in for Appleton East. Now, we have seen her. She's like a microwave for Appleton East.
Yeah, she is.
Heat up in a hurry. She provides a good shooting threat from the perimeter and specifically from the three-point line. So we'll see if maybe that's something that East can kind of tap into.
Very similar to Hortonville, Ricardo, in that they have a lot of depth. Appleton East does, and players that can hurt you at all levels of the floor. Zone defense by the Rockets. Switching things up here a little bit. Near steal. La Chapelle thought about it. There's Hansford. She's got one. Knocks it down, and she's heating up. And timeout coming for the Rockets as Hansford now, Ricardo, a pair of triples and a 10-point lead.
Yeah, and if you're Neenah, a good timeout by Brownell. Brett, you got to kind of stop this momentum right now that East has with back-to-back three-pointers.
Yeah.
Look, we just mentioned, Brett, if Hansford's hitting threes, that is a tough team to beat because of the playmaking ability of La Chapelle. And then when you have Byer controlling the offense at point guard, that's tough for a defense to defend.
Hey, folks, remember, we got a great deal right now on a digital subscription to the Post-Crescent, Press Gazette, Northwestern, Fond du Lac Reporter, all of our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites for the next 6 months. You can get all the benefits included with a digital subscription for just $1. Sign up right now. Go to postcrescent.com/subscribe, any of our websites, and then go /subscribe to get in on that great deal. Believe it or not, that $1 goes a long way into helping us with these Game of the Week live streams, and you get so much fantastic content up and down the line from all of our great journalists. So please sign up now. Look at Zabel working hard, and she's fouled. That's where she gets going, too. We've seen that. She gets into attack mode and tries to take it to the rim to kind of get things going, too. And she can score points in bunches.
Yeah, East right now just making it difficult all around for Neenah for anything on offense. Now, the Rockets have missed their fair share of shots here, and you would have to think that those would start falling eventually.
By the way, Neubauer, Ricardo picks up her second foul, so a big second foul as she has to take a seat. Isabel 4 of 4 from the line here today. All 4 of the Rockets' points. No surprise that we see 2 FVA teams here in the sectional championship. I fully expect we're going to see that on the boys' side as well.
We could have seen 3 if Kaukauna had.
Oh, they were close, weren't they?
They were leading Germantown, the defending champ. No good, but hey, look at there for the rebound.
Lowry.
That is Lowry.
Picking up the miss and second chance points off that offensive rebound. Yeah, I thought Kaukauna was going to pull it off.
They were leading at half, and everything was there for that victory, Brett. Again, just a great showing by the FVA.
Ooh.
Zabel, big rebound for Neenah.
Of course, you want to concentrate on the here and now, don't you? But the future is that we get a turnover. Nope, loose ball, and I think that's out of bounds. The future for girls basketball in the FVA is super bright because there's a lot of young talent still to come. So we're going to see some fantastic battles, and Kaukauna is one of those teams. Congratulations to Joe Russum and what he did this season with the Galloping Ghosts. Of course, Joe, the former Appleton North coach, leading those great Lightning teams not too long ago. 2 back-to-back Division I state championships. Big-time block on that shot attempt by Amaya Jones. And now the turnover goes to the Patriots, up 10 here with about halfway through this first half.
So Hansford, you see Brett doing it on offense, getting the big block on defense. This is what we need to see from her coming through against these important teams in the big game, and that one should have fallen.
Yeah, rims out. That was a good look, and I thought it was down all the way. Rockets still looking for their first field goal, and we're halfway through the first half, working off that Jones screen, and rims out again.
Right now, this is just not that rim is not very kind to Zabel as La Chapelle, no good.
Good cut by La Chapelle, but really good defense to really cut that off at the last second. 3 for Werner, no good. Zabel with a big rebound, and now another opportunity. By the way, Allie's father, Mark, former Oshkosh North standout here way back in the day. Also coached, we got a 30-second timeout. I think Joe La Chapelle wants to talk about maybe what they can do against that zone.
Yeah, I think he's not happy with the way that Zabel was able to get to the paint and up to the rim, Brett, on that layup. 8:50 left here in the first half, 14-6 lead for Appleton East.
But Mark Zabel, Allie's father, former coach at Fond du Lac, 2 stints at St. Mary Catholic, I think also at Green Bay Southwest, but starred here at Oshkosh North in this very field house, and then went on to have a Hall of Fame career at UW Oshkosh. Really a fantastic player for the Titans, 1,000-point scorer. So got to be kind of cool if you're the old man, right, to see your daughter here playing in your gym that you grew up in and playing for a right to get to next week's state tournament. Eight-point lead for the Patriots. Hey, we're going to be back at it Thursday for a WIAA boys basketball sectional semifinal. I'll announce the matchup early next week on my Twitter account at PCBrettC, so please give me a follow. Do know our live coverage will tip off at 6:45 p.m., and you can access our previous Game of the Week live streams on our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites. Just go to the sports section and scroll down until you see the Watch Our Varsity Game of the Week Prep live streams link. Well, we'll see what the Patriots have coming out of that 30-second timeout going against this zone. And we saw the Rockets switch to this against Hortonville on Thursday night as well. I think part of that was to protect Zabel, who had those 3 early fouls, picking up that third right away in the second half.
La Chapelle's looking down in the paint, Brett. There's been a couple flashes there of an open player.
La Chapelle, and we're going to get a foul against Zabel. Nice little crafty move there by Emily, right, to kind of stop there, and a little shot fake. And Allie Zabel picks up her first foul. Both, let's see, I've got 3 team fouls apiece. Am I wrong on that? I see the scoreboard says 4 for the Patriots, 2 for the Rockets.
Brett, I'll be trying to give some scores here as well. Pewaukee leading Pius 25-14. 8 minutes left in the first half. These are state scores for those who are interested. I do have a Waupun one, too.
Yeah.
That's the Gannett team playing.
Freedom and Brilliant playing in
yes, I'm trying to find that score as well.
That's going to be at Little Chute High School.
Brett, can you give your little promo to let them know that they can contact you through Twitter?
Yeah, at PC Brett C. So give me a follow. Emily LaChapelle, nice move. Attacking the rim, and she's got 6. Yeah, we've talked quite a bit about Allie Zabel and her scoring, but how about Emily LaChapelle, the city of Appleton's all-time leading scorer, boys or girls? She surpassed the great Brian Butch earlier this season. The Polar Bear. Former McDonald's All-American, and a turnover, Ricardo.
Yeah, Neenah, that's their 6th turnover. Now, some of those passes they're doing are very dangerous, Brett, and credit Appleton East with having the quick hands to impede some of those passes. Waupun up 20-5, Brett. They're on an 18-0 run in their Division III sectional final. I'm trying to find the Brilliant Freedom score as well.
Hansford again. Ooh, rims out. Good
That's
look.
her second shot, Brett, that kind of went in the bucket and came back out.
You're right, though. This Appleton East defense really locking down. There's nothing very easy right now. And, of course, all eyes focused on number 1. Really, you said trying to work the paint like we saw on Thursday with Amaya Jones, but there's just not anything there for the entry pass. Look at 2 defenders. I'm trying to think, are they playing like a box and one right now for the Patriots? It seems like there's one girl shadowing Allie Zabel, but I'm trying to gather if the other 4 are playing in a zone.
Brett Freedom leading Brilliant 13-7.
Ouch. Okay. Boy, Freedom's tough.
Yeah, I mean, I think we both kind of figured they'd probably be the team that's, favored in that one.
Kind of thinking Freedom Waupun maybe in the state championship game, right?
What a great game that'd be for the area, for Gannett, 2 Gannett teams. Hey, we could see De Pere and East. You never know.
That's true, too.
Or De Pere, East, or Neenah. Sorry. I think De Pere has a great chance against Germantown.
Yeah, I do, too.
That's close to 5 seconds. Good thing Byer got that out of there.
Good patience by Appleton East, not forcing anything. Also good defense by the Rockets. Low-scoring game here. LaChapelle, I thought maybe was going to let it fly from the free throw line.
East is doing a good job, though. They're passing well, sucking seconds off that clock, and nice play, Brett. That was
Lowry.
Logan Lowry. Big rebound, Brett, and now going to the line to shoot 2. Kettle Moraine up early over Oak Creek, 10-2.
Lowry now with 3 after that made free throw attempt. Largest lead of the afternoon for the Patriots. Up 11 here with 5:28 to play as we look at our Unison Credit Union scoreboard.
Another update. Freedom up now 19-10 over Brilliant. Yeah, again, first half score.
Brilliant having a nice season, boys and girls as well in the hardwood. Good to see the Lions playing some good basketball again.
Conjuring up images of Pete Kittle.
Yeah.
And Eric Kittle.
I'm
those
sure.
Great D3 teams.
Pete now the principal at Brilliant High School. Remember when he was the athletic director,
Yes.
the head football coach, boys basketball coach.
Oh, do they need that bucket from Warner, Brett?
Yeah, that's only the second field goal of the game for the Rockets. Was he a math teacher too at Brilliant? I don't know how many hats he wore. Crazy. Good guy.
I think he's just doing a phenomenal job of being patient.
Absolutely.
Waiting for their moment,
Yep.
waiting for the shot.
Good bounce pass. Oh, good feed. Oh, nice
Brett,
steal.
that's what I'm talking about.
Werner.
There's opportunities down low. That pass was just a little late getting there.
And watch out, loose ball. Werner gets it back. Three from the wing. Loose ball. Rockets have it. Werner with the big put. No, misses. Offensive rebound, but that rim is just not kind.
No, it is not.
Good feed
There's
inside.
that feed down low, Brett.
And, well, let's see. Loose ball. Nope. Patriots have it. I thought that was near steal again. Both defenses really playing well. Hands for deep corner. Oh. Boy, some of her shots, they look good off the hand, don't they?
That's at least the third that's rimmed out. LaChapelle wasn't ready for that pass. It was a good idea. LaChapelle wasn't ready for that pass.
Nice feed, and there's a big bucket for the Rockets. That's Ava Cook.
That's
and it
off
looks
a turnover.
Like Appleton East wants another 30-second timeout. Joe LaChapelle wants to talk things over again.
Yeah, and quickly Appleton East is already up to 6 turnovers, Brett. So we have 13 total turnovers in the game.
So that's a second and final 30-second timeout used by Coach LaChapelle. Yeah, looking at LaChapelle going to Marquette, but also offers from Belmont, Green Bay, Indiana, Illinois, Iowa State, Kansas State, Minnesota, Milwaukee, Utah, Wisconsin, and Xavier. Hansford also had offers from Cleveland State, Colorado, Dayton, Florida International, Green Bay, Illinois, Kansas State, Marquette, Pennsylvania, Providence, Richmond, St. Louis, St. Thomas, and Utah. I never had those options.
No. With 5:06 left in the first half, Waupun leading Edgewood 24-18. Again, if you have any scores or anything you want to update us with, just follow Brett on Twitter at PCBrettsy and send one his way.
Someday you'll get your Twitter account back.
Someday.
I think they're getting closer. 3 again. This is good. And Ricardo, that is Logan Lowry off the timeout, and a big triple for her. She's got 7. Much needed basket for the Patriots as well. Another 3 from the corner. That was pretty good. Zabel fighting and gets that one to fall. Well, she's just fighting hard for that board.
Yeah, and it's everything is just a struggle for Neenah right now, Brett. But it's smart for them right now. They have it under 10 points. You don't want it to get to be where it's 12 or 15 heading into the half. They're doing a good job of keeping it within 10 points.
Especially when you think how long it took for their first field goal, right? Wasn't it midway through?
Yes.
Zabel now with 8 points. Three for LaChapelle from the corner. Got it! LaChapelle with 9 points and another big three-pointer for the Patriots. Now the threes are starting to fall. That's the 4th triple of the game for East. And a 12-point lead. Werner trapped along the block, kicks out. There's a 3 for Dietrich with the miss. Zabel gets it. And she's going to step back, let it fly, no good.
Freedom leading Brilliant 29-15 now.
Boy, if
this is tough. I mean, Neenah right now this is one of those first halves right now where nothing's going right for them offensively. A lot of turnovers, too many turnovers, and then just open shots being missed, a couple of air balls. I think Andy Barnell just wants to get to the half without too much damage. Yeah, regroup, come out, you're switching sides. Maybe that psychologically has a little bit of an effect too.
But you're right. If you can keep it within 10. Here's the question I have for you that I always have. If they're going to just see what Neenah's doing defensively here. I was going to say if the Rockets were they're going to stick in the zone, then maybe you just kind of take the air out of the ball, right, and burn a bunch of clock. But they're in a man defense, so LaChapelle going to reset over to Hansford, and then a handoff back to LaChapelle as we're watching the clock wind down here in this first half. Division I sectional championship game. Look at Byer working hard inside. Oh, working hard against that Cook, and then
she did everything
with the board.
She did everything but finish there, Brett. It's like a little Kevin McHale, like a little 5'5" Kevin McHale with those post moves.
How many rebounds do you have for Zabel already?
Let me count them. 7.
Lowry now with 2 fouls as well. I wonder if, well, a minute to go. You certainly don't want her to pick up a third. Isabel calling for it in the block. She wants to step back now. With 2 defenders on her. Cook from the top, wide open. Ooh. Misfires, and that's Isabel picking up her second.
Halftime in Division II, Pewaukee leading Pius 45-23.
46.5 seconds to go, folks, if you're looking at our goofy-looking clock.
Brett had to bend down here and look a little more closely because the number's kind of melty. Again, a Salvador Dali painting.
Nothing we can do about that. I'm sorry, but at least you can still see it.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to the persistence of time.
That's too deep for me.
Look that up on Google.
That's way too deep for me.
Bunch of melting clocks.
You can see Joe LaChapelle now, I think, saying, let's hold for one more. 15 seconds to go. Quick first half. Hansford is going to let it fly, misses, and with 7 seconds, here come the Rockets. Who's going to take it?
They got to get something off.
3 seconds. Cook from the wing, no good, and that's how the first half comes to a close. Ricardo, not the first half I was expecting. Neenah really struggling for the shot, but
I don't believe East really played too well offensively either. But the thing is, they're up by 12 over the Rockets, Brett, and psychologically that's got to be good. Now, if you're Neenah, you just want to get in there. Forget about that last half. Look, you're a team that, like most basketball teams, depends on runs. Let that kind of maybe form to start that second half. But if they're going the opposite way, maybe that room's a little kinder.
Well, it's halftime here at Oshkosh North. Quick look at our Unison Credit Union scoreboard shows the Patriots leading the Rockets 24-12. We'll talk more about today's game, and of course, a whole bunch of stuff coming up. Ricardo's going to stay busy this next couple weeks for sure. Right after this short break.
Because of the crisis which is now developing, this media station will remain on the air day and night to keep you informed of all developments. At this hour, we repeat, these are the facts as we know them. There is an epidemic of fabulous basketball being committed by a virtual team of unidentified players. This is taking place in villages, cities, and suburbs. It seems to be a sudden general explosion of great basketball. Eyewitnesses say they are ordinary-looking people. Others describe them as floor generals, ankle breakers, dime droppers, rainmakers, and putting on clinics. Keep listening to this station for further developments.
Welcome back to Oshkosh North. Again, we look at our Unison Credit Union scoreboard. Patriots on top, 24-12 here at the half. Again, thanks to Unison Credit Union, our playoff sponsor. They proudly provide the people and businesses of Northeast Wisconsin with exceptional banking services and trusted financial guidance delivered by friendly experts. Also want to thank our apparel sponsor, Ricardo, Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear. They have the skills and experience to customize your apparel and spread the word about your organization. Contact them today at 920-731-0922 or send them an email at Cooney's, COONEYS 0922 at sbcglobal.net. Finally, USA Today Sports Plus. That's the new sports app that puts the fans first. Get the latest scores, stats, and standings, and enjoy interactive experiences with our award-winning sports writers. Download USA Today Sports Plus from the Apple or Google Play stores today. USA Today Sports Plus. Fan harder.
Yeah, Brett, everything was a struggle for Neenah. Passing, shooting, the turnovers. We've seen Neenah play, I don't know how many times this year, 3 or 4 times it seems. That was the worst half I've seen them play, by far.
Now, they had some good looks, too.
How do you rebound from that? So what do? You got to go back to, I don't want to say bleak cliche and go back to fundamentals, but Got to get the loose balls. Got to get those 50-50 balls that they talk about, right?
Play clean.
Play clean. You cannot have, what do they have? I had them with 9 turnovers. Can't have that in the second half now, because each possession now, you're down by 12. Each possession, there's more importance added to it. Now, if you're Appleton East, don't rest on your laurels. You played a good – you're up 12, but I don't think you played that great of a half. Now, they're going to have to at least duplicate that performance that they had in the first half. They can't have any letdowns, because we know, Brett, Neenah can go on that roll. Zabel can get hot. You know, we were kind of kidding that maybe she goes off for 50, you know, sometimes when we watch her play, because she's that good. Now, maybe she catches fire, and then you're in a whole mess of trouble. So if your Appleton East continue to do well, they had a fair number of turnovers too. They had 6. Some of the shots did not fall. Now, I'm curious to see how that, if they're going this other way here. They had a lot of clean looks, Brett, too, that rimmed out.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see a little bit more offense, I guess, what I'm saying in the second half.
Yeah, which would kind of go with what we saw the first 2 times these teams met. Again, 63-42 victory for Appleton East back on December 20th. Emily LaChapelle had 19 points, 13 rebounds, and 7 assists to lead the Patriots that night. Logan Lowry added 11 points, 10 rebounds. Lily Hansford posted 8 points and 12 boards. Allie Zabel led the Rockets with 15 points. That was her season low, by the way. Appleton East out-rebounding Neenah that night, 44-32. But then check out this score again on January 14th. Neenah returned the favor less than a month later, 92-74.
Wow, almost doubled their points.
I mean, look at today, 24-12. Zabel had a big night, 37 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists, 4 steals. Ava Cook, 20 points and 7 rebounds, and Paige Werner chips in with 11 points. Emily LaChapelle and Sammy Byer also had big performances that evening, with LaChapelle finishing with 29 points, 9 assists, and 5 rebounds, and Byer adding 27 points and 3 rebounds. Byer also knocked down 7 threes. The Rockets out-rebounded the Patriots 40-20, but the 2 teams that night combined to hit 25 three-pointers, Ricardo. Neenah was 12 of 25 from three-point range, and Appleton East was 13 of 30. So we're a far cry from those performances, those offensive performances here. When you look at it, it's only 24-12. And I believe I have the Rockets, Ricardo, for 4 field goals made in the entire first half.
That's not going to get it done. They're going to have to at least triple that in the second half. Brett, some scores here in Division 1. Kettle Moraine leads at half, 25-16 over Oak Creek. Brillion, or I should say Freedom now leading Brillion 35-19 nearing the end of the first half. So those are 2, we have 2 area teams playing right now, but then Freedom, of course, Post Crescent area team. Another D3 interesting note here, Phillips leading Neelsville 31-18. I guess Neelsville is a Gannett, Wisconsin team as well.
Yeah, definitely out in the fringes.
Yeah, Pewaukee leading Pius 45-23 at the half. So again, if you have any scores, tweet Brett.
Nobody's tweeting me.
No one likes you.
Nobody likes me.
I don't like you.
Well, I don't like you either.
Waupun leads Edgewood 36-23, Brett. Another area D3 score, I should say G10.
Of course, G10 represents the Appleton, Green Bay, Oshkosh, Fond du Lac, Manitowoc, Sheboygan,
yes,
Stevens Point, Wausau, Wisconsin Rapids, and Marshfield markets. And by the way, that's a good segue into the upcoming spring Northeast Wisconsin High School Sports Awards show that's set for May. Don't have a specific time. We're about ready to announce where it will be held. And I think everybody's going to love the fact that we're going back to an in-person show after 2 seasons of being virtual. So it is going to be in person. It's going to be at a real big place in Green Bay. That's all I can say.
Okay.
But I think folks will enjoy where it's been, Lambeau Field. But anyway, more information coming out on that, including our celebrity speaker. The show we've had Clay Matthews, Cal Ripken Jr., we've had Aaron Rodgers in the past. Michael Phelps has been part of the show in person. So that's it's like an SB Styles event where we recognize many of the state's top athletes, coaches, and teams in those 10 markets. And it's really a good kind of showcase and a good way to end another school year, even though it's kind of in the middle of the spring season. But really looking forward to that, Ricardo. I know you are too. And keep your eyes and ears open for some more information on that. The Northeast Wisconsin High School Sports Awards show back in person in May. Date and location to be announced soon. First half scoring for both teams. Appleton East. Let's start with the Patriots. Hansford with 6, Byer with 2, LaChapelle with 9, Lowry with 7 for the Rockets. Zabel has 8, Ava Cook has 2, and Werner has 2. Appleton East with 4 first half threes. Hansford with 2, LaChapelle with 1, and Lowry with 1. No threes yet for the Rockets. Again, winner goes to next week's state tournament. The girls are first. And as I said, we will be back at it. 2 more Varsity Game of the Week live streams left on the slate. We're going to do a boys sectional semifinal somewhere on Thursday night, and then we're going to be somewhere again on Saturday. I think you'll be able to join us maybe for the Thursday game, possibly.
We'll see how that unfolds, yeah.
Kind of looking
maybe
at
the Saturday game, too, depending on who advances.
Yeah, I mean, we could be having some all-FVA matchups in that one, too, and be potential top 10 state-ranked teams playing, certainly in the sectional final. Oh, by the way, this gives me an opportunity. Tim Zachow, the athletic director at Appleton East, sent me this email earlier today, Ricardo. The boys regional, Appleton East was supposed to play in a boys regional that was scheduled for this evening. That's been postponed until Monday at 6 o'clock.
Oh.
Patriots were supposed to play Superior, but there's winter storm warnings in northern Wisconsin toward road conditions. So,
Brett, possible live stream.
Not out. Isn't that supposed to be in Eau Claire?
Oh, it is? I thought maybe they'd move it.
No, they're taking on Superior, so I think
fun.
they have to go out that way. So it's been decided to move the game to Monday night. So again, Appleton East boys, top 10 team as well. We just had them on the Varsity Roundtable show on Wednesday, Caleb Glazer and Tyler Borowski. You can catch that Wednesdays at 7 o'clock on postcrescent.com, facebook.com/postcrescent, and of course our USA Today Network Wisconsin YouTube channel. Look out for who Ricardo has coming up this coming Wednesday. But again, Appleton East boys not playing tonight due to winter weather out in the northern part of the state, northwest part of the state. They will be back in action Monday in a regional final Monday night.
Well, some other Division I scores here, Brett. We have 3 games going on in the Division I field. Brookfield East, Arrowhead, Kettle Moreno Creek, of course, Neenah, Appleton East. Arrowhead leading Brookfield East 23-18 at the half. We already saw Kettle Moraine was leading. And that Germantown De Pere game tips off at 2:30.
Jordan Mullmans of De Pere, one of your Fab 5 girls basketball players. Emily LaChapelle, of course, on that list as well. And the Rockets starting the second half with the basketball down 12 as Zabel. Boy, she's trying to navigate her way through the paint, but Appleton East doing a good job of just clogging things up. And Zabel will step back 3. Got it! And that is a big start for the second half. The first 3-pointer of the game for her and the Rockets. She's got 11.
Well, we're talking about switching that basket. See if that maybe is just a psychological thing. You see it right away paying dividends for Neenah.
Let's see if the Patriots now can answer. Down to a 9-point game. Thought Beyer was thinking about it. That's a deep look from the wing. Like you said in the first half, Appleton East really, again, very patient offensively, not forcing to do too much. And good cut inside. Werner, though, with good defense. LaChapelle now out to Hansford. Little Hansford step back 3. She was hit. And that's on, I think, on Zabel. That'll be her third. And Hansford going to the line, shooting 3, I believe.
That's an interesting thing to watch here, Brett, now with that third foul early on for Zabel. We're not even a minute into the game.
Just like on Thursday night.
Yep.
Picking up her third right away in the second half. Hansford's first trip to the free throw line. Can't get the first one to fall. Hansford has a couple triples, 6 points in that first half. And gets the second one to fall. So 2 of 3 for Hansford and an 11-point lead for the Patriots.
Zabel over to Roth, top of the key. Werner back to Roth. They're giving her space to take any kind of shot she wants. Talking about Roth.
They'll pick and roll, and she's fouled.
They're going to call Lowry on the foul there, Brett.
Well, if that's Lowry, that's her third. So Lowry with 3 for the Patriots, Zabel with 3 for the Rockets, and shooting 2 is Shelby Roth, looking for her first points of the game. Can't get that first one to drop. First miss of the day for the Rockets, for now 4 of 5 from the stripe. And knocks that one down. 10-point game here, early stages of this second half. Division I sectional championship game. Winner goes on to state next week at the Resch Center in Ashwaubenon. And La Chapelle step back for 3. Got it! She's got 12 and a pair of threes, and I think this is the largest lead of the game for Appleton East at 13. Gotta like how La Chapelle, Ricardo, just picking her spots too. Isabel posting up, a little bounce pass inside, can't get it to fall, and what do we have here? We're going to have a jump ball, and that'll go with Appleton East. $12 points for Emily La Chapelle to lead the Patriots. Of course, her brother Joey, standout point guard for, or shooting guard, I guess Tyler Borowski's the point guard. Shooting guard for the Patriot boys.
Yeah, Borowski and Glazer on our varsity roundtable this past Wednesday.
Yeah, good guys. Good ball movement for Appleton East. 3, Byer can't get it to fall, and Zabel, here we go. She's going to go left hand, up, and good. Boy, she just flies down the floor.
Hard to defend.
It is.
Hansford, even with her 6'2" frame, not able to stop that.
No, and did a good job. I thought Hansford did defensively, not drawing a foul there either, trying to distort the shot, but Zabel too quick and too strong to finish. Good bounce pass, first La Chapelle to Josie Neubauer. Good team basketball for Appleton East.
You see everything that La Chapelle brings to this team, Brett. She leads the team in points, rebounds, and assists.
Little short corner 3, or short corner shot attempt by Roth missed. And what do you have here? A foul on Neenah?
Yeah, Maya Jones. That's her third.
It is.
If you're a Neenah fan right now, you would hope that your team can get on a little bit of a run here. It's not panic time at all, but it's teetering on that 13. If it gets more than that, then it just makes it more difficult. East is really playing sound, though, Brett.
Sound and impatient against this zone. Look at La Chapelle off the glass, no good. Little runner inside.
Nearing the 14-minute mark here in the second half. Look at Jones.
Good bounce pass inside. Hansford defending and just took it away. Shelby Roth looked like she had a pretty good look, but again, you're right. Hansford with that long frame, those long arms, just not only blocked it, but just a steal at the same time.
Yeah, that was a mismatch right away, and if you're Roth, I think that's asking a bit much to go up against a 6'2" girl with that wingspan. As there's a tripping. A foul will be called. That'll be on Dietrich.
Jones and Shelby Roth take a seat on the bench. Appleton East in control right now, up 13 as we look at our Unison Credit Union scoreboard. La Chapelle directing traffic there at the top. And La Chapelle open from the wing again. Got it. She is having a big game. That's her third 3. She's got 15 points on the night.
Yeah, I thought she's having that moment where, hey, I'm a senior. I want to get to state. Let's get this done. No messing around.
3 from the top. Rainbow. Good look for Sophia Cook.
Zabel,
and look at this.
Working hard for that one. In between 2 Appleton East players, too.
And a timeout looking like for the Rockets. Another 30-second timeout.
I think I have Zabel for 9 rebounds. I'll double check.
She's
that.
got 15 points for the Rockets. You know, speaking about Zabel and her scoring this season, those listening, it's quite remarkable. 823 points this season coming into the game. That ranks as the 5th most scored in a single season in state history. Only 3 other players have reached the 800-point mark in a single season. We talked about it on Thursday night. South Shore's Megan Gustafson did it twice. Shamira Williams of Milwaukee Academy of Science, and then Jolene Anderson of South Shore. Gustafson, the state's leading scorer with 3,229 points. And Allie Zabel already surpassing Kathy Hagerstrom this season a couple games ago with the career scoring record at Neenah.
Freedom now leading Brilliant 40-19 at the half. Things looking good for the Irish. Pewaukee up 50-30 over Pius.
It's kind of cool. Again, you got Zabel, the Neenah all-time leading scorer, and then La Chapelle, the city of Appleton's all-time leading scorer. A whole bunch of points out there. Reminds me, I want to congratulate Carter Thomas, Neenah boys standout. He reached 1,000 career points, I believe, last night, Ricardo. Hansford. And according to our friend John Yoke over at Neenah, the 3rd most points scored in Neenah high school history. So
yeah, he did that kind of quiet.
He did. Is kind of under the radar player, even though he's outstanding. He's going to play here at UW Oshkosh.
Right.
That's a good get for the Titans. Why are they stealing all of my potential pointers away from me?
No one wants to play at Stevens Point.
Pointers had a rough season this year. I don't know what's going on there.
Look at Zabel through a double
teamed, and she's fouled.
She split them too, Byer and Hansford.
Who's going to get the foul? Is going to go against Hansford? So looking at fouls, that's the 2nd team foul for Appleton East. Neenah with 3 team fouls. Chance for the Rockets to trim that deficit with the clock stop. Zabel 4 of 4 from the free throw line and make it 5 of 5. She has 8 points this half and 16 on the game. Good on the pair. 17 points for Zabel and 15 for La Chapelle for Appleton East. Low-scoring game here in this sectional championship game. Stolen. We're going to get a foul against Appleton East. I think Ava Cook, Ricardo, just doing a really good job in that defensive stance. Saw the ball in front of her and just grabbed it.
12:03 left in the second half. 34-22 lead for Appleton East over Neenah. Sectional final. Winner moves on to the Rush Center.
Lindsey Gerard picking up the foul for the Patriots, so a chance again for the Rockets. Keep chipping away. Good post up by Zabel. Good hands going inside. Kicks out, though. Back out. 3 from the wing. Rainbow. A little too long on that. Good look, though. And La Chapelle just through the defense. Little scoop shot layup. How about that?
Yeah, kind of surprised the Neenah defense there, Brett.
I think there was a little confusion maybe. Neenah players trying to find who they're supposed to defend. Werner, though, with a triple.
Ooh, do they need that?
Yeah, and that's her first three-pointer, and she's got 5. But I think La Chapelle previously just took advantage of maybe a little confusion by Neenah defensively and slicing her way through for an easy bucket. Three for Hansford. Got it. Shooter's going to keep shooting, Ricardo.
That's right. That's my philosophy. I'll miss 20 shots and I'll still shoot, baby.
11 points for Hansford.
Hansford with another block.
And her third three-pointer of the game. I want to thank Bob Summers of the Oshkosh North Technology Department, too, for working with us and making sure we're ready to go today as well. Just appreciate everybody, again, helping us here at Oshkosh North. As I mentioned, Craig Leader, the athletic director, always does a great job of putting these big events together. Ooh, little hesitation off the glass. Nice job by Shelby Roth. She's got 3 points all this half. So, Ricardo, the Rockets kind of hanging around.
Yep. It's near the 10-minute mark. We talk about that. You're around 10 points behind. You've still got a fairly good shot with 10 minutes left. East being very careful, kind of seeing what that zone is offering.
Now they're in a man right now.
Good spacing.
Good, yep.
Good spacing by East.
Josie Neubauer, her second bucket this half, 4 points on the game. Kick out long two, that's no good. Good look though by Ava Cook. And Patriots in control halfway through this second half, up 14 as we look at our Unison Credit Union scoreboard. Three by Byer from the corner, good!
They like that corner. Now you're getting a little worried if you're Neenah. You're down 17. And there's 9:14 left, Brett. If they need a run here, like a 7-0, 8-0 run, something like that, just to get it to under 10 points.
Boy, big triple by Byer. Just looking at her stat line, 5 points, first three-pointer of the game. That's 4 threes this half, and 8 threes for the game for Appleton East. We talked about one of the top three-point shooting teams in the state. And they're putting it on display, and you could kind of see. I was talking to Andy Brownell after that three. He was just exasperated. I think he's wondering, why are we letting these guys so open to hit these three-pointers? But good spacing by Appleton East and good ball movement. Really just each one, as we talked about earlier, different players can really hurt you, and it's pick your poison. Who do you want to really try to shut down, because the others can step up and make you pay as well.
Roth kicks out to Cook. Thought there was maybe a travel in the paint there.
Patriots fans were trying to help the officials out. Isabel working hard, a little underneath and in. Boy, relentless. Isabel now with 19 points.
Yeah, again, they're going to that spacing thing, Brett, with this zone. I like it. It allows their players a little more freedom on one-on-one. And here's Neubauer. Look at how can Byer get that. If you're Neenah, you got to be a little frustrated. There's the little Byer.
Attack left hand off the glass.
That little Byer can get that rebound.
La Chapelle has taken advantage of that space, and that was just a nice, strong move and finish with the left hand. She's got 19 on the day and 10 this half. Zabel from the wing got it. And she's really heating up now. And a 14-point lead. I think Rockets, Ricardo, are going to have to really get aggressive defensively, try to force some turnovers. La Chapelle, count the basket, taking it hard to the rim. In attack mode again, and a chance for the three-point play. Foul will go against Shelby Roth. First trip to the line for La Chapelle. 12 points already this half, 21 on the game. Can't get that one to fall. You can kind of seeing Emily La Chapelle's kind of her full skill set, right? Game on display, seeing why she's going to go to Marquette. She can step out and make you pay from three. And then now you're seeing really just the ability to just put the ball on the floor and beat you off the bounce. Smart player, high basketball IQ, reading the defense. Maya Jones now going to the line after that Patriots foul. Third foul against Josie Neubauer. Believe it or not, first point of the game for Jones. Yeah, she's been
kind of quiet. She's had a couple rebounds here and there.
I think that was a focus, though, of that Appleton East defense, right? Not get her going because then you get her going, and that's really double trouble. Get that post play going really can open things up for a player like Zabel. So that's a compliment to Amaya Jones, a sophomore that Appleton East paying a lot of attention, making sure that they try to eliminate as many post touches as possible. Speaking of post up, good post up by Josie Neubauer, working hard, and we're going to get an offensive foul, and that's going to be her fourth.
She didn't like that call, Brett, but referee definitely saw her being just a bit too physical.
So she'll have to take a seat. That's a big fourth foul for Neubauer, really one of those players that's, again, a long line on this roster that can really hurt you. You see Coach LaChapelle giving her 5. 7 minutes to go in this one.
Look at the attention given to Zabel. Everywhere she goes.
And tough shot, offensive foul for Zabel, and that's her 4th. So now she has 4. Rockets fans upset about that. Patriots fans, though, on their feet. And if you're Andy Brunt, you can't take her out. You're down 15 points with 7:01 to play.
It's going to make it incredibly tough now. And he does take her out,
Brett.
He
does, okay. Can't be for very long, obviously, when you're down 15.
Right, so Sophia Cook checks in for Neenah. And that's a very small lineup, Brett, without Zabel in there.
Team fouls, 5 apiece right now. Patriots in control, looking to reach the state tournament for the first time since 1998. That's what you'd like if you're Appleton East, right? Again, no rush. You don't have to do anything. I mean, you can play off. You can just take the air out of the ball, make them come out and defend you. But then Emily's so quick. 3 from the corner, good look, and the Rockets with the rebound. That was a good look by Logan Lowry. Blocked by LaChapelle.
Like, get that out of here. How dare you? Saw that block kind of coming all the way up here, Brett.
Hey, thanks, Kelly Klesmet, watching from North Carolina at the Southern Conference Tourney. Go, Neenah, and good luck to Max and Wofford.
Yes.
Boy, he's having a nice start to his career.
And we hope Cal is
looking forward to watching him this next season.
Successfully on the mend.
Absolutely. Wouldn't that be something if somehow Cal was ready to go? Well, Lee Rubbas is just waiting to play him, right?
Wouldn't that be a sensational story?
Yeah, hoping, can't wait to see Cal play next season. And looking forward to seeing what the Rockets and Patriots boys can do on each side. So Ava Cook picks up the foul. Her first 16 foul for the Rockets, and Zabel now checking back in. 5:47 to play, playing with 4 fouls.
I think what we have to point out, Brett, is East has really done a great job of limiting any kind of mistakes. You only have 1 turnover that I have for them, and that's 7 for the game. So they're playing much, much better than we've seen in the past, where turnovers would usually turn into points for the other team.
Surprised by the low score today?
A little bit,
yeah.
I think, but defensively, both teams are doing a pretty good job. I think East is doing a fabulous job against Zabel.
Oh, boy, what a move, Ricardo. She's taking over.
Yeah, she is. She's taking over. She wants her team to get to state.
14 points this half for LaChapelle. 23 now on the game. Senior leader, right? To just and now we got a
double dribble.
Travel,
right. So that's 5 turnovers for Neenah. I want to say 14 unofficially.
Because if you look kind of at this Appleton East team in this group, this is what has been building now for the last few years, right?
And they've had some troubles throughout the season, Brett. There's been some low points. I know that Hortonville got them twice.
Yeah.
I know Coach LaChapelle was quite exasperated with how his team performed in those games.
We streamed both those games as well, yeah.
Obviously, East has the credentials, Brett. They're the only team to give Notre Dame a loss this year.
Right. One of their other losses came to as tough shot by Hansford. Wow. Hansford now with 13 points. I was going to say one of their losses was to the top-ranked team, the large school division in Minnesota. They played in a tourney, was around Christmas time or so. Blocked.
That's like her third block.
Yeah, it was a shot attempt by Ava Cook, but again, those long arms by Hansford, she can close out quick. And a 19-point edge for the Patriots, looking very good for East this afternoon.
Brett, it's been a slow ascension for this point total. It's been like a snowball going downhill slowly, and now you're almost 20-point territory. I don't think I saw this coming. Neither did you.
No, I was expecting a nip-and-tuck game. But credit Appleton East for really just...
Oh, good idea from Byer. LaChapelle just couldn't handle that rocket inside. She's smiling, talking to Byer, saying, hey, that's my bad.
Credit the East defense for really locking up defensively. But also, Neenah had some good looks at the beginning of the game, and they just couldn't get anything to fall, any type of rhythm. You wondered, do you start to press a little bit, maybe play a little bit tighter? This is good experience, though, for Neenah. Some young players on this squad.
Yes, and that's a good thing you point out, Brett. They only have 2 seniors on the roster.
It's kind of like
one that plays regularly as a starter.
There's the bell. But kind of like good offensive rebound by Amaya Jones. Speaking of a young player, a sophomore, she shuffled her feet, traveling. Like Kakana getting in and pushing the defending state champs on Thursday in a sectional semifinal, a very young team. All that experience is just going to bode well, and I think the Rockets want to call a timeout.
See if I can get some other scores here, Brett. This is all Appleton East right now, and again, they did it not by some huge run. They did it. They built it workmanlike.
Just very methodical,
workmanlike.
Again, before you get a score, Ricardo, I just want to, point out the deal on our digital subscription, right, to the Post-Crescent, Press-Gazette, Oshkosh Northwestern, Fond du Lac Reporter, any of those websites in our USA Today Network Wisconsin markets. For the next 6 months, you get all the benefits included with a digital subscription for just $1. So please sign up now. Unlimited digital access. You can get anything on your phones, mobile devices, desktop, tablet, whatever it is in the way you consume news. That is unlimited access for the next 6 months for $1 stinking dollar. You can go to postcrescent.com/subscribe. Any of our websites /subscribe to get in on that great deal.
All right, some other scores. Arrowhead leading Brookfield East 31-30. That's another Division I game folks are going to want to know about. Neelsville has come back to take a lead over Phillips. Pewaukee big over Pius. And Waupun big over Madison Edgewood 52-31.
I know you saw Waupun earlier this season. I know you were very impressed with them.
Very impressed with them. Remember, their only one of their first losses was, well, actually their first loss was to Notre Dame. That was an overtime game. So they can play with anybody in D2, maybe even in D1. I'm not surprised at all that they're going to punch their ticket to state.
Full court pressure shown by the Rockets as Sammy Byer bringing it against Ava Cook. Good curl and nice finish by Neubauer, who's fouled on the basket. Ricardo, 6 points all this half for Neubauer and a chance for the three-point play. Again, good team basketball right there, really screening for each other and using that screen to perfection. Dietrich picks up her third. Neubauer now looking to make it a 22-point edge. Is that what I'm looking at here?
21, now it's 22.
After that free throw, all 7 points for Neubauer coming this half. And Appleton East in complete command of this sectional championship game. This game originally was supposed to be at Appleton North tonight at 7 o'clock, moved this afternoon. We appreciate that. Get the night off, right, Ricardo?
I appreciate it, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, as Warner going up for a left-handed layup.
Lowry picks up the foul, her fourth. 16 fouls now for Appleton East. Neenah with 7. 2 shots coming for Paige Werner, who has 5 points this afternoon. Great crowd here, just like we saw Thursday night. Great to see these teams get this type of community support, right? Fill the gym. Good to see gyms packed again.
Getting man defense by Neenah. Now East just taking seconds off the clock.
We're going to have some post-game on postcrescent.com later tonight, Ricardo? What's the game plan?
Try to write something up right away. I might have something ready for hopefully tomorrow, print, probably for sure Monday then. Just maybe some takeaways, too, about what I saw over this weekend. Of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about what happened at the end of the Neenah-Hortonville game with the controversial traveling call.
Well, yeah,
that's kind of gone viral.
Reset that maybe a little bit.
Yeah, maybe I'm going to reach out to Coach Radka, see if she could maybe comment, a few days after the fact. That was an unfortunate ending, and
unfortunately, that's all people were talking about. It was a great game.
It was a great win by Neenah, no doubt. But I think when a referee, in my opinion, makes a mistake that big, then it's going to draw attention.
Which is unfortunate.
It is.
Because,
but,
again, it was a great battle. Neenah was up 2 at that point. Hortonville trying to call a timeout in front of the bench. Cammie Pepler called for the travel with, 20 seconds to go, I think.
And I thought it was great camera work by Rosie. Rosie, you had it where I think in one of the clips it showed they're actually pointing to the spot where she wanted to call the timeout. She was talking with Radka. Pepler was actually pointing to the spot.
Yeah,
and then a few seconds later gets called for the traveling. So it's unfortunate all around what happened.
Because, again, up through that, it was a fantastic game between 2 top 10 teams in the state. And, it'll be interesting to see what you come up with in following through on that. Hopefully you can get Coach Radka on the horn.
Pewaukee punching their ticket to state. That's a final in D2. I know their boys team is pretty good, too.
Ninth team foul for the Rockets, so 1-1 coming up for Logan Lowry. Paige Werner called for the foul. I guess before we kind of talk about Appleton East, Ricardo, maybe kind of look at the future for this Rocket program. I think it's in pretty good hands.
Absolutely, with just 2 seniors leaving the program and the bulk of everybody returning, 4 starters. A lot of the bench players.
Including the state's leading scorer. I mean, she's only going to get better and better, right? So use this as great experience. You've been to the sectional championship game.
Definitely a team to watch next year and 2 years from now.
Yeah.
Their time will come, I'll tell you that much, when it comes to Neenah. And Appleton East, Brett, as Coach LaChapelle calls a timeout, this is a team that can win the state title.
Yes, it is.
And I'm not sure if they're going to get the top seed. They should be in contention for it.
I think they should.
There'll be somebody. Germantown, I believe, is ranked higher. And if they do pull out the win over De Pere, which I'm not thinking is a given. I think De Pere can beat Germantown in that game.
Germantown, the defending state champs, and they have KK Arnold, who will win this basketball. But they're not like that team of last year where they just rolled through.
You saw them personally, but they lost a lot. They got smoked by Kimberly earlier this year by 20-plus points.
Now they
and Kimberly finished 5th in the fourth or 5th in the FBA. Yeah. So I think De Pere matches up well with them. But, yes, to get back to East, all the components are there.
Mm-hmm. It's
a matter of them playing their game and not doing anything silly. 100% effort you're going to need. You're going to need to win those 50-50 balls, because when they don't give LaChapelle the help, when the role players don't perform, they can lose. And we've seen them a couple times against Hortonville do that. I know LaChapelle was not happy with the effort in some areas in those losses.
What I like about Appleton East so much is, look at this. That's number 15, Aliyah Golden, scoring a basket. But what I like about East, they've got the standouts, right? But they really are a complete team, up and down. So many different ways they can hurt you. We saw today how they share the basketball, each kind of taking their turns. We saw LaChapelle have a big game. We saw Hansford knock down shots. We saw Byer. We've seen Neubauer, Lowry. All these kids can kind of just hurt you at different times and different aspects and different ways on the floor. So the fact that they can play so well together as a team, I think, makes them extremely formidable coming next week at the Resch Center.
Congratulations to Freedom. They're leading by 33 with 4 minutes left over Brilliant. Looks like they're heading to the D3 state semifinals. And Brett, they're going to be the 1 or 2 seed with Waupun, and I'm guessing that that's going to be a final between Waupun and Freedom. Boy, would that be a heck of a matchup.
What I like about Freedom is they're like Hortonville. They defend like crazy. And I said it when Rosie and I were streaming their regional final victory against Wrightstown last Saturday night, I guess that was. Sadie Jarmilovich is very much like Cammie Pepler, just in your face defensively, attack mode offensively. She really I guess as you like to say, always the straw that stirs the drink, right? Really sets the pace, sets the tempo, and I think Freedom's going to be very difficult out in D3. There's the final buzzer.
Heading to state, Appleton East, 57-36 victory over Neenah. Congratulations to the Patriots. What was that, Brett? First time since 98?
Yeah.
I like that because then I'll be able to write a nice little timepiece on that. Do you remember 1998?
I
Brett?
don't. I wasn't born yet.
Yeah, I was going to say you just turned 40, right?
Easy.
Congratulations to both teams. And, Brett, hopefully we can hang out again this upcoming week, depending on how it all shakes out.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Again, keeping my eyes on maybe some potential boys sectional matchups, right? Got some good ones, potentially. Congratulations, though, to the Rockets. A fantastic season. Nothing to hang their heads about, but, man, Appleton East really came out and businesslike.
Businesslike, workmanlike, blue-collar. This is what you have to see from East. They can win the state title if they keep that mentality over the next 2 games. You have the horses. Now you just got to do the job. Brett, I'm going to get down there and talk to some coaches and players. Thank you and Rosie and Lance for helping out.
Appleton East players led by Emily LaChapelle, Lily Hansford, Craig Leader, the athletic director here, ready to present Appleton East the sectional championship plaque. First time since 1998 they'll be hoisting that into the air. There's head coach Joe LaChapelle. He has to officially get it, right?
Yes.
And now he's going to give it to the team to celebrate. Congratulations to Joe and Appleton East. Fantastic season will continue at the Resch Center next Friday night.
That's right, as East kids come out to greet their Warriors. Brett, I got to get down there and talk. I got to do some previews upcoming for this week. So congratulations again to both Neenah and
Glad you
Appleton
could be
East.
here. That was fun.
Was a good time. All right, guys, have a good one. See you next week.
Yeah, let me run down the scoring before we sign off here at Oshkosh North High School. You can see celebration going on for the Patriots heading to the Resch Center next week. Look at Joe LaChapelle. He's already got his backpack on. He's ready to go. Start breaking down some film. For the Rockets, we'll talk scores. Zabel finishes with 22 points. Shelby Roth with 3. Ava Cook with 2. Werner with 8. And Jones with 1 for the victorious Patriots. Hansford with 13. Byer with 5. Golden with 2. Emily LaChapelle led all scorers today with 23 points. 14 coming in the second half. Neubauer finishes, Josie Neubauer that is, finishes with 7, and Lowry with 7 as well. With the victory, Appleton East improves to 24-4 on the season. They're not done yet. The Patriots now winners of 5 straight, 11 of their last 12, the 5th-ranked team in the state in Division I. They advance to Friday's Division I state semifinal at the Resch Center in Ashwaubenon. The first semifinal game is scheduled to tip off at 6:35 p.m. with the number 1 seed taking on the number 4 seed. That will then be followed by the other Division I state semifinal between the number 2 seed and the number 3 seed. The Division I state championship game will then be played next Saturday night. State tournament time. Love it. The Rockets congratulations again to Andy Brownell and his team. A fantastic season. They finished 22-6 on the year. As for us, again, the plan is that we'll be back at it Thursday night for a WIAA boys basketball sectional semifinal game. I'll announce the matchup on my Twitter account at PCBretzi, so please give me a follow. I'd appreciate that. Live coverage will tip off at 6:45 p.m. Matchup and site yet to be determined. And remember, you can access our previous Game of the Week live streams on our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites. Just go to the sports section and scroll down until you see the Watch Our Varsity Game of the Week Prep live streams link. Don't forget about that great digital subscription deal to any of our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites. 6 months for $1. Go to any of our sites like postcrescent.com, then /subscribe to get in on that fantastic offer. And thanks one more time to our playoff sponsor, Unison Credit Union. Unison proudly provides the people and businesses of Northeast Wisconsin with exceptional banking services and trusted financial guidance delivered by friendly experts. Personal checking and personal savings, investments, loans, business checking, and business savings. Unison Credit Union, empowering you. So for Rosie, for Ricardo, for Sam, and for Lance, our new guy. There's Ricardo right there, in and on the action right there, getting his quotes from Emily LaChapelle. But I am Brett Christopherson with USA Today Network Wisconsin, signing off from Oshkosh North High School. Once again, the final score this afternoon, Appleton East 57, Neenah 36. Thanks for watching, everybody.